you want to know curry? How about gruig? Yeah, curry's put, huh? Yeah, we'll get the curry later. Gruig. Here, yeah, okay. You want to know igfas? Yeah, so that's the meaning of it. It's actually pretty. It's interesting. It's interesting in Irish, but yeah, it's the same idea. Yeah. Okay, Carajag, Bob. Okay, romansa, romantic. Dluyaska. Someone know Dluyaska? Okay. All right.
They don't have any Geall words for romantic.
There's probably other words you can use, but 15. Cuid, Heather.
Howsishi anon Huiga agus Huishi Tublashantola.
That first word is looking at Hofshi.
Gausi. So Gausi. Dancing, yeah. Dance. So do you think she is dancing or danced or will dance from that? Huh? She danced because it's aspirated at the beginning. Gausi. So that means it's past. Gausi, she. Yeah, if you see things that end in AIGH, it's usually a verb. And, well, not always, but there's a chance it's a verb. If it's a verb, then you can look at the beginning of it to see if it has a DH, then it's in the past. Otherwise, it would be a command. Okay. Galsishi anan higa agus he she. What do you think he she is? She sat, right. He she. Tivlesh. The word tiv means side, so tivlesh. Yeah, next to him, right. Aaron Pollig onto something, right? Okay. All right. There's Shejag, Bob. Okay. You probably don't. Okay, Gomal slow, or slowly actually in this case. You probably don't know the other words, so Shachjag, Heather.
Home area or blues sculpture, hip or green, gray on the
Okay.
Sculpture's open.
Whoa!
You got enough to figure out.
My goodness.
Okay. You actually got that.
You're going to inspire us to read.
Okay, the rest we will continue next week, right? Okay. I don't know if you know actually any of the other words.
hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it would be above appropriate for them.
Okay. Ochjeg, Bob.
Ol Shari adort Kiara.
Ol Shire.
Ol Shire adort Kiara de Hagar Mialta Queer Echaga Erachri.
Ol is drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So drink it.
Drink it, yeah.
Sekira.
Mm-hmm.
Malt? Is it a malt whiskey?
No. Get that.
Is it last for a Cree?
Yeah.
Yeah, heart.
Right. Heart. Whose heart?
I don't know.
Achri. His heart. Right. Something about his heart. Erachri. Something on his heart. Okay. Heather. And Lee.
Moanche Sumi or Asenjoch.
Something about the drink, right?
That's crazy verb.
Okay, right. So, Ficha, Bob.
Oh, be blast jas milishar.
Okay. The word now?
There was.
Sweet. Yeah, Milish is sweet.
It's
Nice
gloss
and-
like glossy.
Yeah, taste. Gloss is taste. Yeah. Huh?
The jazz is like a
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, so the nice sweet
So it's-
taste.
Sweet taste on it.
Yeah, so there was a nice sweet taste on it, so it tasted nice and sweet. Ficha Hain, Heather?
Dolce Rosaclan.
You drink something.
What he drank what was in the glass. Good. Okay. So once you know the words, it's not quite as bad always. Ficha do, Bob.
Hanig Miraval Air the Taban.
Tame.
Hairball?
That's funny if you. Airball spells slightly different than tail, but there's no tail. Yeah. Okay. Marble actually is related to an English word, marble. Marble. But it's not. Doesn't mean marble here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Honig the Tobin? Suddenly. Okay. Pick a tree, Heather.
Why sé hé agus tuise misteach I ból dáhaindorcha.
Himself.
Yeah, himself. Like Titchum.
Fall.
Falling. Isteach.
Out the door.
Other direction.
In.
He was
In.
so drunk he fell out the door into the dark.
Okay, we have as many words as we're going to get, so we're going to go ahead and.
Well, with the context of the story, I think that was a good guess.
That's the dark part, right?
Yeah. It out, so. In Irish, you have the extra thing you have to learn all the idioms too, because knowing the words isn't always enough.
Well, the guy that comes to my work every Tuesday and Thursday faithfully, by the way, speaks at me in Gaelic, and it's not so much knowing.
Number one. Nuair a thug sí cura ar ais chun a harasán dó, a ghlach sí leis go fúnmhar. So when she invited him back to her apartment, he accepted eagerly. Okay, so first of all, the word for the apartment, good word to know, antarasan. Antarasan. Okay, Aras is kind of like a place you live or something, so antarasan, yeah. Building, okay. And of the apartment, it's the genitive, an arasign. So, oops, except it should have a father over the first day.
How come just on already has stuff putting in it?
Huh?
Like
The T?
yeah, and then on the other one, the I.
Okay. So, first of all, the word apartment by itself is just arasan. Okay, that's apartment. Okay? And the word on, meaning just the, when it's a masculine word coming after it, you put the P in there. Kind of like you have tishka, the water. Okay? And torashta, the orange, and tul, the apple. Okay, so these are masculine words.
It's not because of the vowel then?
It's because it's a masculine word starting with a vowel. Yeah, it's both. Okay? Now, the word on, meaning of the, looks the same, but it means of the, means of the with a masculine noun only. It does not stick the T on, but it does, this word is in the genitive, which in the case of arasan is arasign. So an arasign is of the apartment. Okay. Now, okay. So that shows up in the sentence here. It's of the apartment. Okay. First of all, she invited him is you say she gave him an invitation. That's the way you say you invite someone, you give them an invitation. The word give is, or to say give is to use the word, or gave, we'll use gave here. Hug, something, the someone. Okay, so the word hug has a lot of meanings in Irish. Okay, it's generally the idea of bringing or taking or giving. Okay, so I guess your idea of something being transferred from someone to another is, or being moved. Okay, when you use the word hog together with do, which basically means for, then the idea is you're giving to that person something. Okay, so nur a hogshi. So when she gave, do means when she gave it to him. So do with the fada over it is to him. If you have those charts of the prepositions, you see that do when it means for him is do. Okay. So we'll look at a few more examples of that. The word kura is an invitation. Erash is back. Let's figure that one out. Hun means to a place also. Okay, so it means to a place as well as being used to mean for a reason. Okay, so it's used a few different ways. Arasan is apartment. A harasan is her apartment. And hun, everything that comes after hun is always genitive. So hun a harasan would be to her apartment. Okay? So, and the H is on there because it's her apartment, a harasan. Okay? So we're going to look at some examples of how you would say now, I invited him to my apartment, you invited him to your apartment, and so on. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
How do you say it? Is it Glock or
a Glock.
Glock?
Yeah, we'll come back to that one in a second. Okay? So, say I invited him to my apartment. I say, gave I invitation to my apartment to him. Okay? So, hog me kura hun marasain do. So, marasain is to my apartment, but